Good morning and welcome back to Universal Studios Hollywood for a really fun construction update. Now, the last time I was here, my studio tour got in an accident, so I'm sure this will be a slightly less chaotic visit. Anyway, we are getting very close to Halloween Horror Nights, so a lot of the update's going to focus on that, but of course, Super Nintendo World and all things Universal. I do want to apologize a little bit for the shaky camera today. I injured my foot earlier this week, so it's very difficult for me to be walking, especially walking quickly like you need to do in theme parks. But here we go. My first stop of the day was to Will Call, where I continued my annual pass for one more year. So even though it's a Sunday in August, I just overheard a meeting from Universal employees who said that today's capacity is only going to be 40% at about 14,000 people. Now, of course, that's subject to change, but it's going to be close to 100 degrees today, so I can't imagine many people want to come to the park. Feel free to compare this video to last month's construction update, but you can see by now at around 8:20 a.m., the lines are pretty short to get in. It is rare that I get here so early that I get to see people walking in the park after me. I usually don't take my time, but as I said earlier, my foot is really hurting me, so I'm gonna take it really slow today. Now, one thing I am so excited about is here at the Universal Studio Store, there's a Super Nintendo World pop-up. Up here we have plushes of Bowser, Mario, Luigi, and it looks like Yoshi. Over here, some more plushes, Luigi hat. Don't see a Mario hat, but I'm sure, oh, it's right there on the other side. A Mario keychain, a Mario hoodie here, Mario t-shirt, Luigi hoodie, Luigi backpack, Luigi socks. Might have to go for some socks. Some gloves. We have Japanese writing underneath the t-shirts, and that's because this is for Universal Studios Japan, and they just brought these in. But it's kind of neat seeing Japanese writing in an American park. I love these dual shirts underneath these Bowser caps. They have player 1, and then underneath the Yoshi hats on this side, they have player 2. Over here we have even more hats. New shirt for Super Nintendo World. This looks like a fanny pack. We have a lot of Mario Kart merch for the Mario Kart attractions. These will be sold in the Mario Motors gift shop when that opens. This is pretty cool. More t-shirts. It looks like here, now I might be wrong, but just reading these shirts and seeing that it's called Mario Kart Grand Prix, in Japan it's called Mario Kart Koopa's Challenge, so maybe this is the official name of the attraction that we are getting here, kind of spoiled for us in the merchandise. Here we have Peach stuff, a lot more plushies. Here we have some Bowser plushies, we have a Goomba, I think this is just a pillow. Oh, nope, it's a Goomba hat. That's pretty cool. Here we have a Bowser Jr. t-shirt and a lot of Yoshi merch, including some socks, a keychain, and a bag. Just so you guys know where it is right by the park entrance. So as I said earlier, not only are we going to get a really close look at Halloween Horror Nights houses, but we're going to check on Super Nintendo World and all the rest of the construction around the park. Our first update today is Dominic Toretto's Charger, which used to be right here in the middle, is now gone. It's now moved over here to the right next to some of his other cars. Passing by Hogsmeade, look how empty it is. Not really a line going into the lower lot. Up here from the Starway viewing platform, we can see a little bit more onto the land clearing towards the back of the studio lot, which is going to be some new soundstage facilities. And it's gotten a lot flatter, and you can start to see some square outlines of the future sound stages. So turning away from those soundstage facilities, let's turn this way and look at Super Nintendo World. So from up here, we can see there is a lot of progress going on whatever is going to be on the left side of the land, whether that happens to be the restaurant, as I've been suggesting, or whether that's part of the interactive power-up band adventure. Here's a better look at the rest of the land. Not much to see that's different from just 2 weeks ago, but it's nice to see that progress is happening. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre Halloween Horror Nights house, which has now added some foliage and more props since the last time we were here. So I believe that right over here is going to be the main entrance, and then on this side back here is going to be the exit. You can see the pathway has started to be set up for the toxic tunnel, which will walk you to the back lot for the mazes back there. Okay, we are going to head down to the lower lot and see what we can see from there. Another update that I saw on Twitter is that these red flags have been placed on the outside of the Mummy Show building, not just on this side, but also here in the back and on the right side. That's leading me to guess that they are going to be adding some stuff to the top of this building, whether that's for firework launches or lighting for Halloween Horror Nights or something. I usually hit Jurassic World first, but it doesn't look like there's a crazy line, so I think I'm gonna do the Mummy first. Actually, before hitting the Mummy, I see Optimus Prime is out. Might want to go meet him. Can I ask you a question?
Proceed with your query.
Oh, what is your favorite ride at Universal?
My favorite ride? Well, the pursuit of freedom for all humans.
Okay, now back to our regularly scheduled program, heading into the Mummy. The Mummy was pretty fun. Let's do Jurassic World. In all the years I've been coming here, I don't think I have ever done the general admission for either Jurassic Park or Jurassic World until right now. Okay, it's just me in the boat. Looking at the right, we can see that new black tarp that's been put up alongside the brown one, which was there earlier. They're likely working on the walls of whatever structure this is. We'll get a better view of it from the studio tour a little bit later. As I shared in my last construction update, they've added some blood to the walls here, which is perfect for Halloween Horror Nights coming back this year. In the Jurassic World gift shop right by the front, they've started selling these really cool attraction posters that started being sold in the Universal Tribute Store in Universal Orlando. Unfortunately, we do not have the Velocicoaster poster here, but you can see the Velocicoaster in the P flyers in the back right there. Base coverings are required for indoor rides, and right now at Universal you can buy one, get one free. Before headed to Transformers, not much of an update from this side of Super Nintendo World by the restrooms and Jurassic Cafe. Hopefully we'll see something soon. Uh-oh, it looks like Megatron has come out. Okay, that was the best meet and greet I've ever had with any character at Universal, hands down. And I'll explain it here and then I'll let you watch the video. Megatron, or the actor who is portraying Megatron, saw me upstairs on the upper lot filming the Universal Studios Plaza and Dominic Toretto's cars. So he commented on it. He was like, I saw you filming the cars. I hate Dominic Toretto. Hey, how you doing?
Terrible. I saw you making a video by Dominic Toretto's cars on my satellite dish. Is this true?
I think so.
Yes, and what were you babbling up there?
Oh, they moved one of them. So
They did move one of them, indeed. You know why they moved it?
Why?
Because I told them to.
Okay, now let's head and do Transformers The Ride 3D. Well, this is why I shouldn't have done the standby line, but what can you do? From here, looking at Super Nintendo World, it looks like the frame surrounding the warp pipe has gotten a little bit more, I don't know what you would call it, adding to the concrete? I usually will take the stairs coming up, but just because of my foot, this is the first time I've taken the escalator up in a very long time. So I know I'm bouncing all over the place, but here at the Universal Studio Store, it looks like we do have Halloween Horror Nights. Looks like the Walking Dead attraction is 100% confirmed to come back, just by the fact that they're still selling merchandise. If you do have a fuel rod from Disney, it does cost $3 here to swap it, where at Disneyland it's free. About an hour after park opening, everything is under 35 minutes except for The Simpsons, which is pretty good. Everything is low. Okay, here we are in Hogsmeade. Time to do Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. Only looks like a 20-minute wait, but thank goodness for express and single rider.
We made it to the Great Hall!
Now, Flight of the Hippogriff does not have single rider. They have not had single rider since coming back from COVID. Hopefully they will bring it back soon. Unfortunately, I had to use Express. This is my first Express of the day. Outside of Hogsmeade at the Production Central store, there is now a brand new display for Jaws called Jaws, You'll Never Go in the Water Again. A lot of the merch we've seen before, except for these new Funko Pop figures, which I have not seen. Coming over here, this Studio Tour shirt looks new as well. So now we're going to do a big circle. We're going to start going this way by The Bride of Frankenstein Lives, circle around to Secret Life of Pets, check out the construction at Super Nintendo World, and then head back this way to the Studio Tour. So first, looking over here at The Bride of Frankenstein Lives, not much to see other than the wood paneling on here on the side is now going back a lot further. This is just from last month. These mazes here in the Parisian courtyard are always really, really great. So now we are going to head this way to Secret Life of Pets off the leash.
I hope that's okay. All right, cool. What's your name, man? Chandler! That was, yeah, that's for the older crowd.
I'm not sure when this video is going up, but Frankenstein will be in the Bride of Frankenstein Lives house. It was announced yesterday at Midsummer Scream that Frankenstein will be in the Bride of Frankenstein house and will be played by a stilt walker, so Frankenstein will appear 8 feet tall. Now heading over here to the former smoking area to check out Super Nintendo World. You know, not much to see here other than the fact that the south side of the land appears to be covered in some sort of scrim. That must be because they're working on the walls. Over on the right side by the warp pipe, we can get a little bit of a better view, and there also seems to be some tent activity going on there that is likely for the Mario Kart attraction. There actually was somebody smoking in the smoking zone, even though that has no longer been a smoking zone. So, what I say every time I leave that area, don't smoke, it kills you. Now, let's head to the studio tour. Well, it looks like I'm not the only one headed into the studio tour. I'm gonna try and get the back row again. Out this way we can see just a little bit more construction happening in that backlot area. Lots of land clearing, not just where the sound stages are going to be, but also up the hill as well. I wonder what that's going to turn into. Now, it is currently 90 degrees outside. It is very hot, but thank goodness the studio tour keeps moving and there's a lot of indoor portions. Look what's coming! It's the electric studio tour. I have been waiting so long to ride this. I am so excited I finally get to. Here we go. I'm on the all-new electric studio tour. Look how clean these photos look. How nice this tram is. I mean, it's been running for several months. I just have not been on it yet.
Today we are riding on one of the first electric trams introduced into our fleet. So really excited about that. It's super quiet. You can hear a mouse fart on this thing. It's pretty cool.
So coming down into the backlot, we're going to see a couple things kind of in consecutive order. We're going to see Super Nintendo World, and then we're going to see the new Creative Campus, and then we're going to pass behind Super Nintendo World, and then some Halloween Horror Nights stuff.
And sound at stage 12. If you're a big fan of the hit singing competition, The Voice.
Here we go. Ooh, lots of construction, especially happening right through there. Slight view. It looks like they are constructing something inside the Voice soundstage. Right over here, passing behind the Super Nintendo World, either restaurant or interactive area, or both. This whole back area has been covered in scrim just in the last couple weeks.
Those two sound stages. Now the clip on your screens.
Looks like this door is beginning to be closed up. That attraction is probably getting very close to being completely loaded in. Here's a look at the side of the electric tour. So quiet.
On the left, elephant through the doors, and that's how they got the elevator.
Just a lot of vehicles back here, nothing to see for Horror Nights, but we'll see some more stuff for Horror Nights later in the tour. Passing the Universal Picture cars and the former Tokyo Drift section of the studio tour. That means we're headed into Jurassic Park. Now, if you haven't seen the video yet, last time I was here, just a couple weeks ago, we got in an accident about 30 feet that way. We were moving at about this speed, and about right here, we hit this log and we moved it forward, and they had to lift it up and move it off of the tram. Now some of these plants moved in and they hit our tram, but you can see how close it is to the tram track. This is pretty fascinating. We're heading through the back half of Six Points, Texas. Usually we go through that street. I wonder why they're doing that. We are going into Little Italy. Wow, this has been a while since I've been in here on a studio tour, at least since before the pandemic. Ooh, that's looking pretty disheveled. Right back there.
This castle's just ridiculous. It was amazing.
Now we're going on the exact same road, but in the other direction. So our studio tour guide just put up the quiet please sign saying that there's filming going on. Here we can start to see some Horror Nights construction and some maze construction. That's really exciting. Something is happening. Oh, I love that Norman Bates cutout. Stuff is happening, guys. Looks like there's more wood up here. They just confirmed that the Terror Tram is returning this year. So there might be a house being built up here. Oh wow, so there's the production that's happening right over there on the other side of this plane. Lots of crews out here shooting right over there. I don't know if you guys can tell through this green tarp, but the entire lake has been drained and now it's just a huge dirt pit. But the construction goes all the way up to the fence. Hi, Future Jake here. We can see just a little bit better the drained lake. If you ever wanted to know how the party scene in Fast and the Furious works, how you see all these actors, sit on the right side of the tram and look up. It's a giant diagonal pane of glass.
We don't work for nobody. God, I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise...
From here we can see the entrance of The Haunting of Hill House, the Netflix Horror Nights house. We'll get a better look at these once we head to CityWalk, but here are the two Halloween Horror Nights houses here. Are they gonna do it?
Weren't they the best? Yes. Hey, mommy.
Yes! I have not heard this song in like 4 years.
Have a fantastic day.
What did they do, mommy?
Fantastic night. Watch your step as you exit the tram, and everything will be alright.
What a fantastic way to end the tour with Tramtastic Day. Anytime you see crazy crowds like this, you know Waterworld just let out a show. Either that or Kung Fu Panda Adventure. Now we're in Universal City Walk and we have a very important update to Toothsome Chocolate Emporium and Savory Feast Kitchen. And that update is, we have no update. I just have a terrible feeling that, like the NBC Sports Grill and Brew, this is going to be delayed for a very long time. It's sad because this is the largest restaurant on City Walk, so hopefully they will find a way to fill this up soon. I know there's Star Wars and Marvel merchandise that's sold all over the place, but what's really funny is seeing a Disneyland attraction Funko Pop being sold about 40 miles north of actual Haunted Mansion. And it's not just Disney Parks merchandise, we also have Disney Plus merchandise with WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier merch spread out through the rest of Marvel. If you're wondering where you can find all that stuff, you can find it right here at Things from Another World, also known as Dark Horse Comics. Welcome to the top of Curious George parking structure. We now know that this faraway tent is Haunting of Hill House, which is a Netflix show. And then this one right here is rumored to be Curse of Pandora's Box 2. Whether that's the case or not, we will see. But we have seen a lot of construction happen just in the last couple weeks. Anyway, with the hills of the San Fernando Valley behind me, we did a lot today. Thank you so much for being a part of this one. Make sure you are subscribed and turn on notifications so you can be notified when the next ones come out. And I filmed a lot of stuff today that I'm going to be uploading to the channel. Anyway, thank you so much for being a part of this one, and I'll see you guys in the next one.